for anything.
Hello students,
As
good
you already
afternoon.
wrote
Welcome back to
exams,
our
you know
online
that
session.
at
So
the
we are
end
going
how
to
difficult
continue
it
with
is
our
when we don't
optical
find any kind of
communication part.
proper
Let us
material
proceed
for
with the
studying. So
concepts
right,
what
so
we are
that
having
is
in
the
the optical
advice from my
communication.
end, that going to see the
So in the
carrying,
previous sessions we have
confinement, how it is
discussed some
going to
concepts
obtain
related
it,
to the optical
and how we're going
communication.
to get the
So we have talked
optical
about the LED,
confinement
how
and
the LED
everything.
and we are
Confinement means
having
what? How we get
why
the
it is
third
called it as
mirror reflection.
monochromatic,
So
why it is
yeah.
the
So then next is
multi
double
wavelength we are going to
heterojunction.
use. Everything we have covered in the previous
So
sessions.
it's completely
In
depends
today's
upon the
sessions,
graphs
mostly
and
we are
how
going
we
to
get
see
the
the
surface
working of
temperature
it,
LED.
what are the important parts we
LED,
are
that
going to
is
learn
nothing but
and how it is going to work.
UVS or
That is
front
also
emitting
important
LED.
part.
So that is
We should
also
have
we
to
are
see.
going to see
The previous sessions
in
we talk
our
about those
next
concepts.
session.
So
So try
further
to write it
clarification and further
so that
point we can
these
understand by using
diagrams
the
also you should be writing down. So whenever
LED
you write
concepts. So
down,
we are going to design
pause the
that
video,
LED
and
and we are
from
going
there
to
end you
design by
can
using the
get the
LED how
next
we are
video.
going to get the optical communication. We have seen its
Thank you
all
so
the
much.
characteristics. We have even checked the working of it and we have checked the description as well. So now we are going to see further clarification on that. One is the so this is basically students of our planar LED. The planar LED is what actually the simplest form of structure that actually be available and is actually fabricated by their end.
what kind of filters? Those
So what
are
is
what
this? And
analog
actually
filters.
it can be
If you
used
want
the
to find
liquid
for
or
analog
vapor
filters
phase,
by
which
using
are going
analog
to
to
be
digital form,
epitaxial
by
processes.
using
We are
two
going to
methods. One
proceed
is
in
the
that,
bilinear
and over the
transformation.
whole
Second would
surface
be the
of
impulse
gallium and arsenic
invariance
substrates we are going to
techniques. You
add
can
on
apply. You
that.
can able to
This
transfer
involves
that
actually
particular
p-type diffusion into
analog
the
filter into digital filter
n-type
by doing the
substrate.
transformation.
That means we are taking
So
the
now
p-type
let us see
material
the
as you can see here,
specification
right?
for it.
So p-type substrates, we
How
are
do we
taking the n-type
perform
material,
that?
we are
So in
adding
order
the
to proceed
substance
with
to
that
that.
particular
So
form,
whenever
we
we
have to
add
use
such
this
kind of
formula.
substance,
What
we
is
are going
S
to
of
get
Z?
the
If you want to
planar
convert S
LED.
domain, S
So
is
that is
actually
used for
analog
forward current
frequency
flow
domain.
through the
You want to convert
junction
into
that gives the
digital frequency domain. That can be
Lambertian
done by
spontaneous
applying
emission, and the device
H of
emits
Z. H
light
of Z
from
is actually
all
summation
surfaces.
I equals
So
to 0
however,
to M
only
e
a
to the power
limited
minus
amount
Z.
of light
This is
escapes
main
the
factor
structure
that
due
depends
to the
upon your
total
IAR
reflection
filtration.
that also
So
we have
based on that only
discussed.
we can able
So
to
that's the
transform.
structure of it. So the next
So here
structures
with that
we
value
have to
we have
see
substituted.
about
Now
the
we just
laser.
want to know
So what
about
is laser
IAR
actually?
filter
Light
characteristics, students.
amplification
So
by
basically the physically
stimulated
realizable
emission
IAR
and
filters
radiation.
do not have
Right?
linear
One is the
phase
spontaneous. What
characteristics.
is
Based
the
upon that,
spontaneous?
if you want to see the
LED is the
characteristic,
spontaneous, whereas
so
the
based upon that real
laser is the
functionality, we just want to
laser is
find
nothing
their
but stimulated.
specification.
So
That
what are the
includes
things
the
we are going to
desirable
use for that?
characteristics for
We are going to
particular
use
maximum
coherent light.
response only. They could not
We are going
able
to
to find
use
out their
narrow beam width
phase
because we want to get very
response.
focused of
So
it, right?
basically how
The
the impulse
intensity should be very
invariant
high
techniques is
and
used.
high power
So the
output
objective
power
of impulse
amplification.
invariant
We are going to
technique is
use
to
all
develop
these
a
parameters in order
transformation
to design that.
whose
So when we
impulse
see the
response is
length of
sampled
it,
version
just
of
to
the
see the
impulse
trap,
response
this
of
already
analog
have shown you in the
filter.
previous
So when we
classes so
want to
that
find
you
their
should have a
transformation
complete
between
idea
their
of it, how it
analog
is going to
filters, so we
work.
need to find
For
out
that
based
particular
upon that.
reason,
So based
once
on
again
that,
I'm
I
just
just want
showing
to
you
find out
this
the next
particular part.
point.
Clear?
Any transformation techniques that could preserve
So the
the frequency
laser, what are
response
the latest
characteristics of analog
laser
filter,
form of
and
it? It's like
it should
absorption.
not
So what is
disturb
the meaning
the
of absorption basically?
stability of the
So
system.
when an
If the
atom is there in the
system
ground
stability is
state, it
not
might
changing,
absorb
then
the
it is
photons,
considered to
right?
be the
Photon is going to take, it might take
impulse
another
invariant
atom that makes
response.
the
Suppose
transition
if you
to
want
an
to find
excited state.
sampling time,
Always,
and
whenever we see
sampling
any atom,
frequency,
it
we should want
can
to
work
select
into
that
two states.
properly.
One is the
To
ground
avoid
state, another
aliasing,
is
we
the
have to consider this
excited
particular
state.
filter
When we see
only.
the ground state,
Let us
when the
consider
atom is there,
students
it's
let
going
h
to
of t. I want to
fluctuate
see
from
the
one end to the
domain
another
function.
end.
But
It is
h of
try
t
to
I am
find
taking
out
to be
from
the
the
impulse
rotation
response
part
of
that
analog
can be
filter.
done by using
Then
the
Laplace transformation
absorption
of t would be
phenomena.
what? Actually,
In absorption, we do have
Laplace transform of
spontaneous
f of t.
emission and
I
stimulated
can attach
emission.
h of s.
So basically,
Let us
what is
assume
the
h of s
spontaneous?
has
I said
n distinct poles.
spontaneous is
So
nothing
based
but
upon that,
whenever we
if you
had
want to
any
find
random
number
emission
of
from the
poles for that, I
photons,
can write
which
as h of
enables
s.
the atom to
That can be
relax. That
expressed
means
as.
when atom
So
is in the
similarly,
ground
if you want
state,
to
that
convert
is
that
called it as
h of s,
spontaneous emission.
then I can write
If
that
it's take
whatever
a
the
reverse
values I
of
do
it,
have
if the
in
atom is
numerator
in the excited
part, I
state,
can assume
then
as
it is
what?
called it as
Numerator is nothing but
stimulated
zeros
emissions.
and denominator is
Clear?
nothing but poles.
So
That's
this
the reason
also we have seen
AIN,
light
S of
detectors,
PS,
how
S
electrons is
plus
going to
PS.
work.
Put the value of I so on.
Light
And
detectors
at
are
the end,
depends
we apply
upon what
Laplace
actually
transform. This is what?
8PD. What is
E
APD
power,
stand
right?
for?
E power minus
Avalanche
because we know
photodiode.
E power minus 80. You
What
have
is
to
avalanche
Laplace
is all
transform of
about?
that will
It is
be
nothing
1 by
but
S
in the
plus
reverse
A. So
direction.
if you see that particular
Avalanche
path,
breakdown
A
you have
here is
seen, you have
nothing
seen the
but E
Zener
power.
also, right?
So this basis.
Zener can
Summation
work in a
I equals
reverse
to 1
direction.
to n
Zener
AI
diode.
e
The
power
same
minus
phenomena
AI
we are having the
that
photo.
value I have
Photo is nothing but light we are
substituted over here.
passing.
Then I
Photo is
can
the
write
generated
that
electrons. When we
let
pass the
of
light, when we are generating
L
the
of e
electrons,
power minus
that
e of
can
t,
be
I can write that one.
accelerated by
Let t be the time
relatively
period
large
and stop
reverse
into the
voltage. So
impulse
it's only
response
working
of
the
digital
reverse
periods.
condition
Now what
and
I am
collide
taking,
with
I am
other
converting
atoms to
my L
produce
of it
more
into
free
digital beta
electrons.
form.
Whenever
That's the
we
reason I am
try to
writing H
collide
of n
and try to produce the
capital
more
T
free
is the time
electrons,
period, right?
the avalanche
So H of t,
multiplication
let
effect
t is
make
equals to NT.
APD. What is
This is
APD
all the
stands for?
derivation part you do have
Avalanche
only the thing. What
photodiode,
you do know is
more
I
sensitive but
want to
also more
utilize
noisy
whenever I want
when
to
compared to
find
the
the
pin diode. So
Laplace
based upon
transform.
these two
When I
concepts,
want to
we
apply
are going to
the
use
kind of impulse
APD.
invariant
Clear?
response,
So this is also one of the
wherever L
detectors
plus
we do
Pi
have.
is there, I need
So
to
application
substitute
also
the
we have seen.
formula 1 by 1
Already we have
minus
covered
E
in the
power
first
minus
unit.
Pi of
So
t
don't,
z
I'm
power
not going into
minus
the
1.
detail of it. We use in
That is
endoscopic,
very
we use in
important
the
that you need to
all the
remember
kinds of
whenever we try to
concepts whenever we
convert
want to
that
design it.
particular
So this also
transform
we have
from
seen in
the
the previous one, right?
impulse
So how it is
invariant
going to work?
response if you want to find that
Endoscopic
given
part,
figure, I
how
can
it is
apply
used in
by
military and all the kind of electronic part, everything it actually useful for that particular reason. Because of that only we are going to use this particular phenomenon using this particular formula. So students, come back to the same concept of carrier lifetime what we have covered in the previous session. Carrier lifetime is nothing but delta n is equals to delta n naught e power minus t by tau, right? What is that tau is indicating over here? It is indicating the carrier life or bulk recombination lifetime, that is between the creation and recombination. So this time it actually depends upon how much amount of carrier you have created and how much amount of carrier you have recombined. So if you combine both of the things, both of the things, you will going to get the carrier lifetime. Next thing we have covered, diffusion length. So diffusion length is given by capital L of suffix d. LD is equals to d tau, capital D, tau, whole power 1 by 2, right? So this is also we have covered in the previous session, diffusion length. The next concept what we have discussed in the previous sessions is about what? Diffusion length we have covered. In diffusion length what we discussed? We discussed that depends upon two parameters, LE and LH. What is LE stands for? It is nothing but the coefficient of electron diffusion. LH is nothing but coefficient of hole diffusion. If you take both the thing into consideration, we should have to take a tau. Tau is nothing but the carrier lifetime. So if you take both things, we can able to write in this format. So next thing, we from here onwards we have to discuss internal quantum efficiency. What is the meaning of internal quantum efficiency, students? So in radioactive recombinations, photon of energy, that is h mu, is released. So whenever we see any kind of photons, whenever we want to find how much amount of energy we are combining, that can be considered by using the radioactive recombinations. So basically what is a radioactive recombinations? It is a photon of energy h mu which is going to be released. That depends upon non-radiative recombination, that is also going to release a heat. What is going to release? It's going to release a heat, that is nothing but lattice vibration. It is going to take lattice vibration, that is depends upon internal quantum efficiency. What is internal quantum efficiency? It is an active region in which it's going to take a fraction of electrons, fraction of electron and hole pair, which is going to recombine radioactivity. So how it's going to take? It's going to take radio electrons into consideration. When we see both the things, it's going to consider in this format. So what is RH, students? R of small suffix r. It is what? It is what? Radiative. What is R of NR? Is what? Non-radiative. If you take both the combination radiative and non-radiative per unit volume, if you want to find, that can be taken as eta naught. Eta naught of R for radiative divided by combination of both, that is radiative plus non-radiative. If you combine both the things per unit volume, we can write in that form. So what is the formula of T of R, tau of R, student? Tau of R is nothing but carrier lifetime, right? And tau of R is equals to delta n by R of R. If you substitute this one in terms of that, if you divide by R of R to hold the equation, R dividing by capital R on both sides. So capital R by R gets cancelled, it is 1. R gets cancelled, it is 1. Here we'll get R n R by R n R. So if you divide these two things, we'll get as T of R by T of tau. So this is the complete bulk recombination length of lifetime, that is given by tau, which is given by 1 by tau is equals to time period of 1 by tau of R, that is for radiation pattern, radiative recombination, to the radiative non-radiative recombination. So if you take both the things into consideration, it will be written in this format like a parallel resistors. You know, right? 1 by R is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. The same scenario, we are going to take the bulk recombination lifetime for internal quantum efficiency. Clear? That's how we can represent by using the eta naught. Clear? So eta naught we have taken into two-part format and we are able to write this particular equation. Next, students, how do we write LED structures? So how do we write LED structures? One needs to be giving the contact, that is called ohmic contact. Another is nothing but substrate, right? Dielectric SiO2. So when we take both the things into consideration, one we are taking P region, another is N plus region. So P region and N plus region, what is going to take? P is nothing but P upper substrate, N plus nothing but the positive substrate. When we want to combine both the things, we are able to write in that form dielectric of SiO2. What is SiO2? It is nothing but the silicon dioxide layer we are going to take. We are going to take the P substrate, we are going to combine with the N plus substrate. Now, how it is going to use? What are the parameters we have seen in the diagram? So first thing we have seen, it is consists of PN junction formed by diffusion or epitaxial technique. So by using diffusion formation, as you can see here, right? So what we are using, p-n junction, we are using by diffusion form. See here, we are diffusing, right? We are adding the electrons through that. So that is nothing but the diffusion phenomena. So we are going to use that diffusion concept into consideration. So that are going to be used by diffusion or epitaxial technique. By using this particular two kind of techniques, we are going to design it so specially designed to enable most radiative recombination at junction site nearer to the surface. So toward the surface, when we want to find out how it is going to work, that can be used and that can be designed by using the LED structures. That is what homojunction. So by using the homojunctions, we are going to use it. Next thing, we can done when majority current flows carrier by carrier injections into the surface layer. When we take a surface layer, we can use the major current flow from there only. Second thing, by making n side heavily doped. See here, we have taken n plus, right? N plus means this is what heavily doped region. When compared to the p dope, p region. So what we are saying? We are saying that when major current flow carried by carrier injection into surface layer by making n side is heavily doped region. So major junction crossing is due to the electron to p side, and light we are putting into the p region. It's going to get the output from radiation. So we are passing a light towards that. When we want to try to pass the light from there, and the light is in n region, maybe absorb it. So when we try to get the absorption towards that, it is going to get that particular phenomena. Clear? So what is the main concept in this? Main concept is how we are going to get the homojunction. So to get the homojunctions, both p-type and n-type semiconductors are made up of same base material. Means arsenic, gallium arsenic, we are going to use for both things. That is called as homojunction. Clear? Homo means having the same material. From the same material, we are going to get that kind of junction that is considered to be the homojunction. Clear? So this is how the LED structure has been designed. So what are the things we have learned? We are passing a light from this end, right? So when we pass a light from this end, we had p substrate and n plus substrate over there. When we add these two things, when we try to make a contact towards that by using the ohmic material, we are going to get this homojunction. Next is regarding heterojunction. So heterojunction means that the name itself states that it should have a different junctions. Like p-type material, if you are taking, we are taking gallium, aluminium, arsenic, arsenides, and N we are taking gallium arsenide. Again we are taking N region, N plus region, we are taking as gallium, aluminium, arsenide. So if you take these three regions in a different one, when both three regions are different, then this is considered to be the heterojunctions. So that's the same thing we just said. Direct band gap we have taken with the help of large electron affinity. This is going to be take affinities means what? But actually there are three concepts in that, right? Electropositivity, electronegativity, electroaffinity. Electroaffinity is nothing but the combination capacity of it to get the floating of it. When we take it into particular consideration, in that same scenario, we are going to use the large electron affinity. For which type of substrate we are taking? We are taking the gallium arsenide. Smaller and direct band gap we have taken. For second region, for gallium, aluminium, arsenide, we have taken large and direct band and gap. So when we take these two smaller electron affinity, when we consider these two particular part, when we see this two, we are going to consider by using the layers. So this electron flow into the gallium arsenic layers. So the gallium arsenic becomes collective layer of electrons. It's going to collect the electrons. Whenever we want to find out the electrons, we try to get that. So based upon that, the N gallium aluminum arsenide is going to be depleted. Based upon that, it's going to reduce the diffusion length and carrier lifetime as well. So that's how we can consider the heterojunction sustainability has been obtained. So based upon that, we have obtained the properties. So we have learned about two things, homojunctions and heterojunctions both. Now next is double heterojunctions. Double means twice. P-type and P-type, N-type and N-type. As you can see here, this is the contact layer, right? So whatever is going to get the contact. So this is what P-type gallium arsenic. Again P-type gallium and aluminum arsenic. Both are different, right? That's the reason we are saying it is a hetero. We are combining P as well, but the thing is both are different. What is this active layer? Active is nothing but N layer or P layer. Both is made up of gallium arsenic or arsenide. That is nothing but going to contain with N, capital N region. But that N region is what? Confining layer. It's going to get the confirmation from there. The next is what? Small n. That is gallium arsenic. So based on these kind of layers, you are going to get the double heterojunctions. So lower band gap between gallium arsenide sandwiches means it's going to get the slices between the two layers. Band gap of that particular gallium aluminum arsenide layers, the central gallium arsenic layers become active layers. Based upon that, it's going to get the active part. So that could be placed closest to the surface. That's going to give the carrier confinement, and it's going to produce the light confinement as well. So based on that, it's going to work on it. So the properties for that double hetero junctions are, students, how many layers we have seen? We have seen the 5 structure layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That is the first point. It says that it is taking the 5 structure layer. Small NN region is there. P on two sides are there. Ohmic resistive elements are there. That's going to produce the good ohmic contact of active layer to the conductive layer. That is also going to be happen. And the narrow band gap materials at device is going to get the contact, and the low resistance at the device terminals. So these are the properties we do have, students, in order to achieve the double hetero junctions. So based upon that, we are going to get the elements. So what are the things we are going to get? The central layer make active layer of P or N type gallium arsenide. It's going to be get the sandwich in the nothing but the layers that is making into slices between the capital N gallium aluminum arsenide to the P gallium aluminum arsenide. This is capital P and capital N, right? These are the called as confining layers, which is nothing but going to be get the half of it. That is called sandwiches. Clear? So next concept is about carrier confinement. How confinement is going to produce? So that confinement at N or N region, electrons flow from capital N to the small n, higher band gap to the lower band gap. Always, right? Like always we will see any kind of floating part or any kind of material changing. It's going to happen from higher to the lower. The same thing in this PN type of material as well. It's going to happen in the same scenario. It's going to take a higher band gap to the lower band gap, and N is nothing but gallium arsenic part become collective region of electrons, and it try to produce it by using the P type of material with a higher Bg even in the forward bias condition, right? So that the band gap between that is also higher. The Bg is nothing but the band gap. In forward bias, hole from P is going to come to active region, and this is going to happen, all is going to recombine in active layer, so it's going to produce the narrow output. So the flow of electrons from higher band gap to the lower band gap is more efficient than compared to the same band gap. Clear? So this is also called it as carrier confinement. You have to note it down, this carrier confinement and how it is going to occur in our double hetero part of it. Next is optical confinement. So this is what optics, in the sense we are having refractive index. So refractive index inversely proportional to the band gap energy, Fermi energy level. That's what the refractive index inversely proportional to the band gap energy. So if you see gallium arsenide, the refractive index is much higher. When we compare to the gallium aluminum arsenide, it is a lower refractive index. So the meaning is that when it has higher refractive index, that means the band gap energy is low. When it has lower refractive index, that means the band gap energy of that material is high. So based upon these two parameters, we are going to see the optical confinement as well. Clear? So this is what higher refractive index layer going to get the slices between two lower refractive index. So that is act like a slab waveguide, right? Slab in the sense it's going to segregate into two parts of it. Likewise, the light generated inside an active region remains guided through the total internal reflection. So whatever the light we are passing into the active region, it's going to pass from the TIR. So that is also going to happen in our optical confinement. So the optical confinement, it is going to produce and required for preventing absorption of emitted radiation by material around PN junction. That means whatever the absorption is going to occur at the radiating material, that should be going to stop, right? Who's going to stop that? So that's also going to stop by the optical confinement. Clear? So the higher efficiency, and it also have the high radiation power. That means it's going to get the radiation patterns at a higher level. So this is about your complete discussion about your optical confinement, students, how the optical confinement is going to occur and how it is going to produce it, that particular form of it, by seeing all the parameters. In today's session we have covered from starting. Let me go ahead and just tell you from starting what we have discussed. We have started from the internal quantum efficiency. Before that we have covered about carrier life, the choice of material, how we are going to get choice of material for LED, what are the things we had, spontaneous and everything. For direct band gap, we have talked about indirect band gap material. Also, we talk about spontaneous emission. These are our previous class discussions, right? So, based on that discussions, we have covered these all concepts. And in the next class, we are going to learn more about optical confinement and how the double heterojunction confinement is going to occur. That is also we are going to learn in the next class. So take care, be safe, and just note it down all the concepts, whatever we do have. And let us see in the next class. So before that, you try to make the running notes as usual. Every end of the video, I used to tell that. So try to make it so that could be easy for you. This completely theoretical part you do have, how to be designed and everything, so that you can get the further concept clarity in a good way. Goodbye.